What's up, guys? Dope Fishman here, back with another video. Today I came across a article and it's by Jack Coleman. It says, after 20 years, Roblox finally plans to add child accounts. Alright, and after what we've been talking about recently, I feel like this is a big step in the right direction for people like me, you know? An adult that likes to play Roblox. Like, keep us separate, but together. Don't isolate one group. You know what I mean? If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. It says here, alright, Roblox has announced plans to add 2 new account classifications to the game. Roblox Kids for kids aged between 5 and 8, and Roblox Select for kids aged 9 to 15. Roblox Select, that feels like a weird name. Roblox Kids will have all chat functionality disabled and will only be able to access games with minimal or mild maturity ratings. It's almost mind-boggling that a game so popular with children has been allowing them unfiltered access to chat for over 20 years. I don't think it's that crazy, alright? You know? I really don't think it's that crazy, because most of the people who were playing Roblox when it came out, you know, over these 20 years, guess how old they are now? 20, 18, 19, you know? And then you also have the new kids that are coming up. That's why they're implementing these kinds of systems now, rather than, you know, 15 years ago. Because 15 years ago, it was all kids, okay? Because kids grow up with this game. And now that they're older, you can see these more mature games coming out. Roblox Select users will be allowed to access games with a moderate maturity rating with restricted chat rooms gradually introduced to allow them to speak with people of similar age. Well, that's already in the game, and I don't think it's a great feature. Pedos are just gonna make, you know, kids accounts, so there's not really like a, you know, thing here, you know, that it's not gonna stop nothing. It just hurts it, I feel like. And then, what is this? A quote by Roblox Chief Safety Officer Matt Kaufman. While no system is perfect, these aged adaptive accounts are designed to help remove guesswork for parents and help align users' experience with their age. The age of each user will be verified using facial recognition software, a controversial and easily bypassed technology, as we've seen, that's becoming more common as more and more governments introduce online safety legislation. Roblox is flooded with groomers and sexual predators. Roblox is adding these features in response to pressure from governments and legislative bodies, which are concerned by the level of grooming allegedly present in Roblox. Very true. Several investigations have discovered the ease with which sexual predators can find and communicate with children as young as 5 years old, and how easy it is for children to join games or rooms themed around sexual roleplay. See, that's the real issue here, alright? Let's make this about games. Let's everything be about games. Games. Fun, right? You know what's not fun? Hangout rooms, okay? You can hang out and play a game together, that's one thing. But hangout rooms and shit like that incentivizes shit that shouldn't be on Roblox at all. These predators can then entice users off of Roblox onto third-party platforms such as Snapchat to groom them sexually. Before now, there was little to no safeguards in place to protect these children from these dangers. And that is true. That is true. That is true. It is hard to stop that, because it could just be a game, you know, and when they're playing it, you know, the dude could just be like to this little 5-year-old girl, oh, add me on Snapchat so we can talk, you know, off the game, you know. Roblox says it has these intense chat filterings that block out references to Discord and Snapchat, but the reality is that there are basic rudimentary workarounds that these predators are able to use to transition these kids onto other platforms, said Matt Hewitt, an attorney at a firm. These are some weird names. The reality is sexual predators are obviously more cunning than the children they prey on. Yeah. This means that any sort of communication between the two parties is potentially dangerous. That's true, but that's hard, you know. How do you make a child afraid of strangers, yet when, you know, they're old enough and they're an adult, or I guess you learn those things in life, but you know, it's just like, what if I'm playing a game and my teammate is an 8-year-old? Okay, am I not allowed to talk to them like at all? All right, I don't think that should be. All right, I remember playing Call of Duty growing up, and there'd be some grown ass men on my team. They'd treat me the same. Okay, and we would just play the game. There wasn't no like, oh, where do you go to school? Like shit like that, right? And I feel like we need to be allowed to talk to all of humanity, right? However, there needs to be a line, and it needs to be clear, and it needs to be enforced. All right, I don't know how to do that, and I'm sure they don't really know how to do it. This is their best attempt, and I think this attempt is good, but you know, the communication, the overall, just like, because when you play Roblox, it's like every player you see, this is a real player. This is somebody logged in playing Roblox with me. You know, and that's every online game. All right, if you take away the ability to talk to each other, that takes away that sight. Which, I mean, arguably, might be the way they should have to go, because if there's no other solution, this is all we got, and we'll work with this. It is a positive step that the Roblox is finally adding some more robust safety features. Though only because the company is having its arm twisted, I feel like Club Penguin had this all figured out years ago. Did it? And that's the end of the article. I want you guys to comment down what y'all think of this. Yeah, I don't know, honestly, how they could stop this kind of grooming situation going on. I feel like no matter what community, wherever in the world, whatever you do, you know, there's always going to be this kind of harassment. But you know, this might work. But let's see, what are these age groups? 5 and 8. Okay. You know what? This might be fair, because like if you're friends with someone and you're going to school, you're gonna be within 5 and 8, you know, and then you're also gonna be 9 to 15, you know, that kind of age group. But it's also at the same time, what if they want to play with their dad or something like that? Should that just be not allowed? But at the same time, I mean, yeah, it's fucking weird, an adult talking to a child. But also at the same time, it's like, it doesn't, it shouldn't be weird. It shouldn't be weird is what I'm trying to say. It shouldn't be weird, but because people like this exist, right? We have to implement programs like this, and it hurts gaming that these people exist. That's all I have for you guys. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.